Hello everyone, on YouTube, I'm Demon, and we're gonna go ahead and do something a little bit different here. We're gonna go ahead and get started. For all you StarCraft players out there that love StarCraft, just like I do, we're gonna be here, and this is actually a match I played. I am playing Terran, and that is not my main race. My main race is peaace, if any of you watch my stream, but here I am, up in the top right corner, our teal Terran here. I do have a question. I have had two friends arguing over whether it's teal or cayenne. So put what is the correct terminology down there, and tell me there. And just saying good luck, have fun here. We want everyone to have a fun game. And so I believe I was streaming when I played this game. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna wall in and then grab a second base, and I can't remember what I was trying to do, but I think I asked someone, what do you guys want to see, and they told me something. I don't remember. Oh yeah, it was Reaper. They were like, get some Reapers and harass them with it. So I was like, okay, I guess I could do that, why not. But I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the other character here. We have our blue peaace here, who is at 12 APM at the moment, at our top left position. Obviously not a very high-ranking player, as he only has his thing here. But then again, he might want to fast expand. So that's that. And then down here in the bottom left, we have our purple Zerg player, who has one of the highest APMs out of them all, except myself. So let me see what's going here. He did get a... I wouldn't say that's around a 15 pool, but something like that. Something very similar to that. And then we have our red Zerg player down here in the bottom right corner for all of you Zerg players out there. So this match is actually a pretty long match. So we're going to have a good match on our hands here. So at the beginning start of the game, nothing interesting happening, just an overlord here in my base. But I have been watching some of Husky's videos lately, and he said, oh, way to really practice your 1v1 skills is to go into a free-for-all and just practice as much as you can. And hello, phone. I'm not sure if I need to get that or not, but so here I am sniping on this marine, and I really like how when the marines are shooting something that's in the sky, they're literally lifting their gun in the air. And if they're shooting something on the ground, they're like shooting in front of them. It's a really nice effect that Blizzard has had in this game for the longest time. But now actually our red Zerg player here having the lowest APM out of all of us, but we're going to go to production here. So as you can see, a cyber core and 2 gas coming out of... And I think he had the feeling he was going to get rushed here, because we did have 2 Zergs in the game. I sort of had the same feeling here, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna one base, do this Reaper thing, and get going here. We do see a Roach Horn on the way for red. Nothing in what did I just hit? Okay, nothing in production for purple, and I keep seeing his pro go over there, so I'm like, I should snipe it. However, purple did take his second base extremely fast, and there goes the double gas. Right there. He's very susceptible to attack, so I could have literally walked in with those 4 marines and done a lot of damage. But the thing is it's not 1v1, you gotta think about it's free-for-all, so if I was to come all the way down here, marching from my base, into right in this little area right here, and attack him, red might be able to see that through these Zelnaga towers right here, and he could send his entire army to kill me. Or blue could, so... The way I think playing free-for-all, how it should be done, is I think when I play, at least I want to play as the defensive type of player. I don't want to be the one to start attacking people and making their days go badly. But we do see the Reaper thing has started here, and we're gonna pump out a lot of Reapers and go see what we can do with them. So yeah, just a very slow starting game here. And we do see red finally securing his second, and blue securing his second, but notice me, miserable old me up here in the top, not securing that expansion purely because I want to get this Reaper Pass done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I can see. And literally, I have not stepped an inch outside of my base. So I don't know where anyone is. I don't know what anyone has. So I just thought that was kind of funny. But I will learn here very shortly. Well, we can speed this up a little bit, since nothing major is going to be happening. You can literally see down here in the minimap, no major movements going out, it's just literally macroing up. But I'm going to be watching to make sure nothing is happening. See, I'm not sure what, I was probably explaining something on my stream here. It's probably like, we're going to go down there and see what we can find out. Because have I seen the creep yet? No, I have not. But I was probably like, yeah, that's the person I'm gonna attack when I do it. So I do throw down my second here inside my main base, as it is very safe to do so. And still, no one moving out. We do see a lot of 2 Stargate here, so probably going for mass voids. Our blue toss player here. Yeah, voids pumping out here. Everyone else just macroing up. We got red getting some roaches and lings. Me getting these Reapers, and they do have the upgrade now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna slow this down back to normal speed here. And you can just watch these Reapers, they're very accessible. So now I do learn that the Zerg is down here. And I'm going to cancel a creep tumor and see what I can do. I see the creep is spreading super far. I'm gonna snipe this queen. I'm gonna see if I can get up on the high ground. And I'm gonna walk up there and he's gonna be like, hey, guess what? Nope, so that was a lot of minerals right down the drain right there. And so I'm gonna go over here, and I actually see purple's Overlord right here, so I'm thinking, great, we have 2 Zerg bottom, hopefully they will battle it out to finish, and I do see a Spine Zone and Lings, so I'm gonna get out of here. Microing a little bit there, but once these creep tumors touch, it's gonna be a massive war zone, you know, and I'm gonna pop up here and take vision of this. Why not? And now I'm basically using this as my scout. It's a very, very delayed scout. Notice I have my minerals just stacking up here, not really practicing my macro at all. Not grabbing a second. But I do, okay, come on now. I do get in here, don't really snipe anything. I might get maybe 2 or 3 probes. I think I got 1. Got 1 probe so far. Do I get the second one? Apparently I was too stupid to grab the second one. But you can just look at this massive creep spread all throughout the map right here. You can look down in the map. All throughout there. And so now I'm like, okay, Reaper is not going to work, but I'm just going to go Mass Marine with, Mass Marine Rodder with some starports to help out there. Oh, sorry, I felt like I was going to sneeze there, but apparently not. And okay, I did sneeze. Okay, it's okay, bananas. We do have our third base thrown down here for a purple player. So he's going to go macro intensive. I don't see... Okay, we do see a Spire and an Infestation Pit. So we're not sure if he's exactly going... What he's exactly going... He does have a lot of queens here. So that is interesting, because mass queens is something you do not see much of. And now I'm like, I'm going to move my army out here, secure this bad boy, and started pumping up my Marauder production very heavily, macroing up very nicely, in my opinion, for not being a Terran player, and finally grabbing my second base after everyone else has had their second base for a long time. But we're just going to keep seeing these moves, and Mr. Void Ray Man here is like, I need to secure a third base. Where should I do it? And so he's like, you know what? I'm gonna secure it here. Seems safe. I don't think he knows that I am the player right here. No, he does not. He does not know that I am the Terran player right here. He does know those 2 are the Zergs, so he does know that I am a Terran player right here. But okay, so we do see nice queens here. So apparently I missed an engagement. No. Must have just been a scout thrown in there for red, but we might see an engagement here on the bottom. And I was wondering, because I know Mass Queen is actually, could be pretty deadly. I was not too worried about it, because I thought red was just saying, like, nice queens, time to kill them all with my roaches, you know? But apparently not. So we do have a massive amount of creatures here, and just me macroing up very nicely back here at the base. You know, blue is like, I am securing the third base of awesomeness, but what he, the way this map works is he should have secured that place right here as his third base, rather than take where my third base would be, because I'm gonna want that third base very soon. And if he only has 4 voids to defend it, okay, so I pinged there for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I was like, I'm gonna go attack these guys. This guy. So yeah, we do see his Nexus finishing here. So still no engagement down here at the bottom. Unless I missed something, which I don't believe I did. But these queens here have 1-1-1 with a bunch of corruptors. But no other air forces really opposing other than voids. But I don't know if he's even scouted these boards. Actually, he's playing more blue boards. So these might be mass broodlord queen. Brood lord. No. And so we do see red coming down here, pushing onto this third base. But these queens are gonna say no thank you, Mr. Roachy Roach, and literally wipe up these roaches, quite nicely. And that just shows you how deadly these queens can be if microing perfectly, even though he could be microing them a lot better than he's doing at the moment. But he is going to finally, I think, kill all of these roaches. Maybe not, but I believe so. Look at all the transfusions going down as fast as possible. And it is just insane, people. So many transfusions. But we do see me out here. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to move out now that I have my Raven. I'm going to cancel some creep tumors. Because I do not want that encroaching on my base too far. Let's see if I can snipe his third base. If he has it, which I see that he does, and I kind of pull back for a second. Because I thought he might have an opposing force that wants to attack me. And so he runs up and attacks me. I was not going to really want to engage on his army. I was like, if you have the guts to run up to my entire army that you can see, let's go, baby. And so I'm just like, you know what, now you made me angry. I'm going to march down here and destroy your third. Make you even more angry than you already were since you lost that battle. And now I'm like, you know what, this guy has basically nothing. I'm just gonna push into his base. In the meantime, blue being that very, very defensive Void Ray player I was talking about, where they only really just stay in their base, they don't be very offensive. I decided to go offensive because I felt like if I just let the Zerg do crazy macro, that it would not be good. And so this is probably his final army here. These few mutas and links, and I think if he would have, no, not if he would have done, if he would have might have been corrected, but we do see GG from our red player, and he has left the game. That stops everything from there. The purple and blue guy are probably like, okay, who killed him? Who do I need to be cautious about? I don't think any of them know that I'm pushing out at the moment. But now we do actually see just a little transfer, and I am macroing up some more Marines in my base. So I'll go there. I don't know if I actually end up killing the entire red guy. I think I don't go in his main. Or okay, I do turn back and go inside of his main. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna wipe this guy out. There's no reason for him to live. But what I'm basically doing is clearing up all these expansions for this purple Zerg to take. But we do see a lot of broodlords here with a lot of queens. So that is a very deadly force, and it would probably be able to take out my army very easily. Maybe not. I do have a good amount of medevacs here. But we're just gonna destroy this. And blue, still sitting off, how many minerals he got? He has a lot of minerals, no gas. But he's not sitting off much. I mean, he has 3 Void Rays here, about 5 Stalkers, and maybe 6 Void Rays there, but then a lot of Stalker and some Zealots there. But he does not have, he has 1-1-1 for these Stalkers, so that is good. But cleaned up red here. But so that was that, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna move back to my base. There's no reason to not move back to my base. And I believe I'm moving back to my base. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna destroy more creep tumors while I'm at it. Why not? And what I'm not aware of is that this guy's army is right here, and it's mass broodlord things. And so I'm like, you know what? Let's go, Lings. You can't do anything. And then I see the broodlords, and I'm pretty sure I think to myself, I should get out of here. But I'm like, I need to cancel as many. Okay, maybe I'm like, I think I could win this, even though I'm not really sure what I was thinking. I didn't really see the amount of broodlords or queens that he had. Not to mention, didn't realize how deadly the queens were. But if you notice here, the queens are barely attacking at all. It's the other ones that are so deadly. And so I do evacuate to my base here. I'm like, you know what? I'm out of here, guys. There's nothing that I really want to do with your army. So I just turn around and there. But our blue guy up here now has his third fully mining. Can finally probably get a lot more voids. But I mean, it's getting mass void is so scary because one like mass marine can literally destroy. And I was running low on gas for a while, so I literally stopped marauder production. Or I was running low on gas. Sorry, I'm extremely tired, but I was running low on gas. So I did do mainly marine production, and I'm not sure what I just built that cost a bunch of minerals, but you do see here I have tons of medevacs. And I actually stand over here, and I see that he does have my third base, and so I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You think you can take my third base and get away with it? So I'm going to march over here and, you know, do a rampage on top of him. And it's just really, I don't know, and that's what I'm saying, he should have taken that base. But what I don't know here is that he's about to get attacked by a bunch of lings while I'm attacking this third base of his. But if you notice, he doesn't even move his army to try and assist here. But here come all the lings up to this zealot type army. This is zealot stalker army. But I did clear up this very nicely. And I actually started mass Viking production. That's where a bunch of my minerals went. And I made mass Viking because I saw those broodlords and I was like, that can't happen. We do not want that to happen. Because we do not want to fight those broodlords. So I made mass Viking to try and counter the broodlords as best I could. As best as I can. So we actually have a lot of Vikings coming out here. How many is that? That's literally 2 starports, one with the reactor, one without, purely making Vikings. So yeah, so now we do have this landed, and I can send the things over. But we do have our purple guy moving up to the middle of the place here. Not sure what he's attacking there, but he's doing it. So I'm moving down all my workers from my main down to there. I'm pretty sure I drop a bunch of mules in a second. I'm gonna watch the mules drop. Well, wouldn't it be awesome to be sitting inside of one of those mule things and just be dropping? Because, I mean, think about it, it's like... And actually, I am pushing onto the blue player here. I have 1-1. He has 2 1-1s. It's very risky with me. But I know how effective Marine Marauder is. And I know Marines are crazy OP. Use correctly with them. So, I'm gonna, in the meantime, our purple player is slightly aware that I'm attacking him. You can see sort of my units being healed, but other than that, he can't see much of what is going on. He also was not sure of how many forces I actually had. And he also didn't know if I won that. But here I'm pushing into his second base. So, and we finally do see the void race, but I mean, against Marines, there's not much void race you can do. And I can pull him back for a second, but then we will see him stay at it. And then he's gonna bring him back in, and getting a little too close where I can just skim and run right underneath him. Because I actually moved him a little bit back so I could just snipe them all that real fast. And you see how fast he is. And purple Purple knows that I'm attacking him, but what he doesn't know is what my army size is and if I'm winning. And so he's going to push up behind my army here very shortly. And see right here he's going to start pushing up. And queens are not as effective, but I mean now he has 3-3 where before he had 1-1 at the last engagement I went to. So it's very scary, and he does see that blue now has no army there where he did before. So he knows my army count is down, he knows his army count is down. And he's gonna come in here and wipe this up, and I didn't even see his units right here. I did not know he was right behind me until I saw a Broodlord right there. And I was like, uh-oh, this is bad for me. And I'm not sure why he was saying to me. I don't know if all these guys queued together, but I'm just in here and trying to fight off the Broodlords as best we can. I'm gonna try and snipe down a few. I do pick up one. Do I pick up two? I don't believe so. But then we do see my mass Viking here finally from the corner, sniping down those things. But we do see the queens here actually wiping this up very nicely. Wiping up my Vikings and the rest of my marines. But I did wipe out about half of his brood boards very effectively, and that just shows you how long the marines can actually last. But once those queens got up there with Vikings, there's nothing. And these medevacs are just because I'm bad at tackling. Actually, there's still more marines in there, so I was like, let's go, baby. Now, I think I pulled him out. No, I walked him straight over the queens. There you go. So we do have our blue guy here with a probe in a warp prism, so that could save him in the end. But here I'm talking to purple a little bit, and he's getting about a bunch of lings. But I am starting to mass up more lings. Have a bunch more queued. Thanks. And I won't. Also getting Vikings here along with more marines. It's good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I will. But so I think I realized, no, not now, but in a second I realized a big mistake. I was like, I need to stop going for mass Viking. It's the queens that are causing me a lot of issues with their 3-3 upgrade. The Broodlords are less of a worry for me. So I don't know if I did now. Yeah, I think I do it here in a second. But I stopped all Viking production, and I thought purple still had a bunch of Broodlords and queens ready to just come to my base. But then I realized how slow queens actually are. But I said GG because I literally had no minerals, but I didn't really think about all the minerals I had stocked up here. And so okay, see, now I'm going for mass medevac because I think to myself, if I can make mass marine, I could hold this off possibly, even though it is very, very unlikely. But I'm gonna need medevacs if I want to stim and do anything. Also, I do have 3-3 on the way, and I'm gonna need that to win an engagement, but I'm not sure what purple is sitting and waiting for. He's waiting for a bunch of lings, actually, which he doesn't really need the lings. He could have engaged already and probably won this. But we do see the medevacs here coming up. So this is going to be like final stand here. In the meantime, we do see our blue toss player here grabbing back his main base. He actually had a lot of probes in one of those warp prisms. But I'm not sure why I was picking there. I think it was because I saw these spine crawlers and I said, well, that's not normal. You know, because who puts tons of spine crawlers down? And what I'm saying is he must want, I think he wanted to make a wall, a very nice wall that I basically couldn't get through. But I mean, have you ever met a marauder or a marine that fights a spine crawler? And so here he runs his lings by, and he's gonna go on my third and pillage it to death. But I'm not too concerned here. I'm thinking he can have my third. I don't really care. Once I get out these medevacs and the rest of these Marines and have a 200 army, I think I can take him. And let's look at the army tab here. Army here. I am actually above him in supply count here. So he's building a bunch of spine crawlers here at the other end. But he's going to try and run all these things in right here. All these wings. Never mind. He decided to retreat. Zerg players don't really know what they want to do at the time when they're doing stuff with Lings. So we do not see any kind of engagement here. But he is just camping out, still on 3 base. And I think that is what his issue was. I think he should have taken 5 or 6 bases here, and he would have had me probably a long time ago. But we do see him moving up a lot of these spine throwers here, slowly inching them towards my base, because he must not think that I have a larger force than he does in units. And so now I'm about 190, and I'm like, I see all these overlords right here, and I'm like, I'm gonna snipe as many of them I can because I think they have mainly enemies. I really don't know. I really don't know if they have banelings in them or not. Which, I mean, they don't. But, and then we see him pushing out here with his queen army. And, of course, his broodlords. He only has 5 broodlords, though, now. So that's why I said getting these Vikings would be less of an issue. We do now have 3-3 for our mass marine army. And I am at 190. He is at 162. So we're going to see how this battle goes here. You know, we do see his overlords here again. And I'm going to see if I can snipe off a few more of them, and I actually take out a bunch of these overlords right here. You know that I know his supply count at all, actually, so he must have a lot of overlords somewhere. But now he's moving up his queens a little bit more. I think he wants to engage this, and I can see everything because I still have this one marine at this Del Naga tower, watching over all of this, so I can see whenever he's about to make a move. I can see whenever something's gonna happen. And I'll show you here. I can see that all of his queen army is there. All of his lings are here, and he has a wall here, and he just put a creep tumor there and a creep tumor there. They're not there, but there's a creep tumor there. And so I'm like, I need to get him off guard where the lings are not in the battle. And so I think about it. I'm preparing. Slowly thinking in my mind, I'm like, should I do this? I go back, I'm like, I need the Raven if I'm going to do this. Because Ravens are everything. And so we are going to see an engagement here. 198 versus 184 with mostly queens. And so we're going to see how this goes here. And we do see the broodlords start engaging. So I stim and attack here? Or I don't stim yet. Why am I going so slow? Must have been lag. Or I'm lagging at the moment. Alright, but big engagement here, so I just stim all my marines. I'm like, come on, marines, you can't take this, you can't take this, and I'm just done. Those marines are like, I will do anything to survive this kind of battle. I actually didn't really realize that the Vikings are doing anything in the end, but I moved these marines here, and I'm actually destroying these queens very effectively, but you notice I am on no mineral, so if I was to lose this battle, that would be it. Now that the Corruptors are in range, the Vikings are going to do something, but here are all the Marines. It's something nice to do. I was just kind of like, wait, what just happened, you know? I didn't really think I was going to win that, but I only lost about 40 supply, as compared to him losing about 100. So those Queens and Lings did pick up a bunch of things, and we see him leave the game here. And, I guess I didn't do that away. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, because the blue guy is still over here, so it did not say that the game had totally ended. So I was like, it must be the blue guy. He's the only reason the game has not ended yet. And we do see this warp prism up here. I do not see it yet, but it's pretty much assured he's going to win the game here. And he actually, warp prism, you know, there's a sad face because he's like, with the warp prism, I'm in the over there. But that is the end of the game here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I stream StarCraft 2 daily. Check out Twitch TV /DemonMonkey, first link in the description below. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Hope you like this. This is straight from my live stream, so if you watched it on my live stream, thank you for watching it there. But if you did not, you're watching it here, thank you for watching it here too. Hope I can do more stuff like this in the future. Tell me if you like this, or like more like 1v1s more. You know, stuff like that. But, so thanks guys. Peace out. You guys rule. Yeah.